What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Carpool Gaming. This is going to be our review for the PSVR 2 exclusive Synapse coming on July 4th from developers and Dreams. Now, I've been playing it and I have to say that this is easily the next best killer app on PSVR 2 and could very well be my favorite game on the console so far. It looks fantastic, the gameplay is so much fun and so satisfying, and the roguelike nature of the game has you coming back for more and more and more. Now, starting off, I get motion sick quite easily, and playing with full locomotion on in Synapse, I've had absolutely no issues whatsoever. No screen tearing, no weird flashing, nothing going on that would hinder the experience or make you feel ill, which I'm genuinely surprised about given how much you're running and gunning within this game. The game also looks absolutely beautiful. The entire grayscale of the environment with the flashes of colors with the enemies and the way that you use your powers along with the way that you interact with the environment just looks gorgeous. I think this is probably one of the best looking games on PSVR 2 so far, and it really just sets a new benchmark for how good these games can look on this platform. And the story is there. Having legends like Jennifer Hale and David Hayter in this game obviously makes the listening of their voices a fantastic experience, though I will say that the story is a little bit light. I've completed one run of the game so far because as you die, you're sent back to the beginning. You'll be able to get your skill points, which you'll get from killing enemies in different ways. Like, for example, there's one of them that you have to take enemies with your telekinesis and slam them into the wall 10 times, and that'll unlock a new skill point. So the way that that progresses actually has you going in and playing certain levels certain ways just to try and make sure you get that skill point. It's a welcome variation in the kind of minute-to-minute gameplay, especially because it's a roguelike. You're going to be going in and shooting and using your powers to do the thing, but at least you have goals that you're keeping track of while you're doing so. Once you get your skill points, you get to one of the coolest skill trees I've seen in a game thus far. One of my favorite things about any game is when it handles progression properly, and what I can say about Synapse is that you end up feeling very powerful very quickly. Within the first hour of the game, I had already progressed to the point where I could lift enemies up, toss them around the environment as I wanted to, catch grenades in the air and throw them back. They just do a lot of really cool stuff that lets you feel very strong very quickly. Some of the points in this game do get pretty tough, so you're going to need these upgrades. The minute-to-minute gameplay is actually so much fun. The gunplay is great, don't get me wrong. I've used a variation of different weapons across SMGs, shotguns, pistols, and they all feel great, but the force powers that you'll use with your left hand are the clear standout when it comes to Synapse. Grabbing boxes and floating them over an enemy's head, dropping them on them to hear them squished, grabbing them, tossing them around, you just feel like a complete badass as you're moving through these levels, just grabbing enemies, tossing them left, right, and center. It is so satisfying when you have an enemy that's running towards you that will explode, and you just grab them, toss them right back to the enemies, and you just see them all go off. There's some really cool boss battles and some different stuff that goes on in this game that I don't want to spoil for you, but I have to say, Synapse is an absolute blast to play. I've completed one entire run of the game so far. That one run took me about 52 minutes, but the entirety of the game, I've probably spent about 3 hours with the game so far. Obviously, that'll differ and depend on your ability with the game and how much you're kind of, in the way that you're progressing in the skill tree. But there are 3 different runs in the game that you need to complete, and as you complete one, you get a little bit more of the story and a little bit more of what's going on. So I've done 1 out of the 3 so far in about 3 hours. Devs say that they're expecting around a 10 to 12 hour playtime, so I can totally see it hitting there, especially if you decide to go back in and complete more of those skills to be able to augment the way that you play. It's really, really cool. Synapse is quickly climbing my game of the year rankings. It's a game that I was excited about, but having the opportunity to actually hop in and play now, this is a must own on PSVR 2. It is so good. It looks beautiful. The audio design and the voice acting is fantastic, and the gameplay is just so satisfying. I think it's my favorite VR game since probably Super Hot on VR. This game is an easy recommend. Go check out Synapse. Once again, huge thank you to developers for providing us with a code for review. Let me know in the comments, are you going to be picking up Synapse day one? I know there's so many games coming out right now, but do not let this game pass you by. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.